I'll speak about the changing shape of skylines globally. Great cities of the world are going vertical now as the urban population is skyrocketing. We have to understand cities if we're going to improve them. And if we're to have a positive impact on our cities, we can't simply be accommodating people in cities. Rather, we have to create a physical environment that becomes a catalyst for people to connect, for people to work, to live, to play, and do that in close proximity. So ultimately, a city that is exceedingly livable, that's dynamic, and that thrives. The world population of is projected to be 9 billion people by 2045. This is a major yellow flag of caution for our cities, and we need to focus on this now. For the first time in the history of the world, over 50% of the population is living in the cities. The people in the developing countries are leaving their farms and moving to the cities at a rapid rate. In the developed countries, our urban areas are growing. Governments are providing incentives for growth in the cities, increasing density around transportation hubs. The black circles up here on this slide are the mega cities. You can see Sao Paulo with 20 million people, Buenos Aires with 11 million. There's 400 new cities projected in India and in China. It's simply amazing to look at that number. We often speak about the mega cities of Shanghai, 17.3 million, or Beijing with 13 million people. But there are many second-tier cities in China that have over 5 million people. Those are enormous cities, but they're not even considered as big cities in China. In order to improve cities, buildings must be designed for people, and they must be purposefully integrated within the urban fabric. At Gensler, we view buildings as a tool for people to perform. Whether it's in an office building or a school building, a library or a retail store. And the three categories, the key categories we take into consideration when we design a building are the social category, environmental, and the economics. And all three categories have to successfully come together and be addressed in order to develop a high-performance building. And today's office buildings have to promote workplace productivity. It has to be operationally efficient in regards to water, to energy, to recycling, and it must convey corporate identity and promote employees' well-being. So we take these three big ideas and bring them together. We have seen firsthand that the revolution in knowledge work and how individuals and teams create organizational value drive performance. We've identified these 4 work modes for knowledge workers. Focus, when they work, they either focus, they collaborate, they socialize, and they learn. We take these factors into consideration when designing office buildings and their interiors. We see that in order to design buildings that make sense and that will last, we have to understand how people work within them. We have a lot of data, over almost 100,000 people surveyed to organize, understand how they work and utilize space. And we've categorized it by different companies, by the financial sector, by the legal sector, by consumer product, by energy, and we can benchmark. Buildings are no longer a container for people. Rather, they're a connector of people. Within cities, within an individual building, or connecting them within the community. This will contribute to the changing shape of skylines globally. And I believe that we can make a difference through the power of design. We work hard at it every day. We must understand that we have a big yellow flag with what's happening in regard to cities worldwide in terms of the urban growth And we need to really focus on it. Our governments have to focus on it, and the architects and the engineers and the building community really need to focus on it and make sure we're designing buildings for people.